Good morning to all of you. Blockchain means trust. Trust is a fundamental part of the value chain in our world. We establish trust through a wide variety of intermediaries that exist with the sole purpose of aggregating and validating information. Blockchain technology has now made it possible to redefine the interface of trust by making information inherently trustworthy. The blockchain also promises to deliver IT solutions which are more robust, resilient, tamper-proof, efficient, and transparent. We live in a world where information is generated and exchanged at a scale that could not have been imagined a few decades ago. Information is processed and made available to consumers at their fingertips. In a world where information increases exponentially over mediums that are easily accessible, its reliability is of paramount importance. Reliability is paramount importance. Currently, in order to make information reliable and facilitate transactions, we depend on a large number of intermediaries that authenticate the information to establish trust between transacting parties. Authentication of financial transaction by banks is an example of how the world is built around creating a framework that can be used to establish trust. Recently, we have witnessed how the direct benefit transfer scheme of giving 2,000 rupees to the farmers through the bank has been misused, and the trust has been broken, and the lakhs of rupees has been swindled. Now the Tamil Nadu government has ordered an inquiry how this trust, the transaction from the central government to the state government and state government to the bank, has been misused using the digital India. At the same time, lakhs of rupees have been swindled in collusion with each other, breaking the trust, which we have witnessed. When I look at the blockchain technology, I remember one event during my childhood in my village. In my village, I am from Virudhunagar district of Tamil Nadu. I belong to a village called Tonuhal. For the benefit of conveying the incident very lively, what I have seen in my childhood days, let me talk for a few minutes in Tamil and also try to translate in English. The blockchain means trust, right? The trust between the parties, trust between the peer-to-peer, the trust between the institutions, the trust between the organizations, the trust between the individuals, right? When I look at the blockchain technology today, which is going to make bankless economy in the future, there will be no banks. Bankless economy is going to come, is going to become the order of the day during the days to come. நான் சின்ன பிள்ளையில எங்க ஊர்ல வியாழக்கிழமை சந்தை நடக்கும். I will translate for the purpose of the other state people also, or maybe after this Tamil. இப்போ சந்தை நடக்கும் பொழுது அந்த சந்தையில மாடு வியாபாரம் நடக்கும். இந்த மாடு வியாபாரத்துல தரகர்கள் இருப்பாங்க. வாங்குவோருக்கும் விற்பவருக்கும் இடையில தரகர்கள் கையில ஒரு துண்டை போட்டு ரெண்டு பேரும் பேசுவாங்க. அவங்க என்ன பேசுறாங்கன்னு நம்மளுக்கு தெரியாது, வாங்குறவருக்கும் தெரியாது, விற்பவருக்கும் தெரியாது. தரகர் வாங்குறவர்கிட்ட பேசுவார், வாங்குறவர் விலை சொல்லுவாரு. அவர் விற்பவர்கிட்ட பேசுவார், விற்பவர் ஒரு விலை சொல்லுவாரு. ரெண்டு பேருக்கு மத்தியில அந்த துண்டை போட்டு பிசினஸ் நடக்கும். ஃபைனலா பிசினஸ் முடிஞ்சிடும், நம்பிக்கையோட முடியும். வாங்குவர்கிட்ட இருந்து விற்பவர் தன் பொருளை வித்துட்டு சந்தோஷமா போவார். இதை நான் சின்ன பிள்ளையில கண்கூட பார்த்திருக்கேன். What a kind of a confidential, a secure, a reliable transaction has been effectuated in the villages for trading a buffalo through a trader, through the intermediary between the buyer and the seller, which I have witnessed during my olden days, in my childhood days. Today, when I look at the blockchain technology, it remembers it helps, it remembers me the whatever I have witnessed the scenario. That means the information what you transact between your peers is secured at every level, is secured at each level. Nowhere it can be tampered, nowhere it can be broken. If one chain is broken, the entire transaction is closed. That means that kind of a secure transaction has become the order of the day. I have been talking for the last 2 years. There is going to be a bankless economy is going to be the future of the day. The bankless economy is going to come, is going to prevail in our situation. That means the intermediaries is going to be removed. The trust between the digital assets, the trust between the institutions, the trust between the peers are going to be established. These intermediaries of trust play a fundamental role in the manner that we operate. It is ironic that in a day and age when information is so easily available, these intermediaries exist solely because of a fundamental lack of faith. A blockchain is a distributed ledger technology that stores information across multiple systems securely to enable peer-to-peer transactions by creating a trustworthy source of truth. This intermediary, the so-called intermediaries of trust, verification by the virtue of secured distributed storage brings about a paradigm shift in the way we establish trust and has a far-reaching implications. Blockchain is poised to revolutionize how we perform any kind of transaction and will impact everyone, whether it is banking, power, education, healthcare. The public sector is no exception. The government and the public sector have a pressing need for complete, secure, authentic, and trustworthy information exchange across various fields. Blockchain technology is emerging as a tool for governments around the world to redefine the framework under which information can be used for transactional purposes. Use cases such as blockchain-based voting, when the entire world, when the entire India, today EVM has become a point of debate for misusing and tampering the EVM to achieve the desired election results. When we question the authenticity of the EVM transaction, the blockchain technology is emerging as a tool for governments around the world to redefine a framework under which information can be used for transactional purposes. Use cases such as blockchain-based voting, supply chain visibility, and citizen registration can have a very high impact on some of the current systemic problems such as inefficiency, data security, lack of transparency, and corruption. Dear friends, the blockchain is a term that may come to us many things to many people. It means many things to many. For developers, for software developers, for a computer scientist, it is nothing but a set of protocols and encryption technologies for securely storing data into a distributed, encrypted, or secure database or network. It is for the developers. For the business and the finance people, it is a distributed ledger in the technology underlying the explosion of a new digital currencies. For a technologist, it is nothing but a driving force behind the next generation of internet. It's the next generation of internet. For others, it is a tool for radically reshaping the economy or the society, taking us into a more decentralized world. Whichever the way you look at it, blockchain is becoming a term which captures the imagination and facilitates many, as the implication of such a technology is truly profound. First time in the world, people anywhere in the world can trust each other, can transact with a large peer-to-peer network. Without centralized network, trust is established not by a centralized institution, but by protocols, cryptography, and computer code. This strengthens the collaboration and the cooperation between organizations and institutions and individuals in a peer-to-peer network, enabling us to form a global network of collaboration without a cultural formal institutions, without a central and formal institutions, without a central and formal institution. That means bank is going to be no more as a transaction medium. Banks are going to be, we are going to see a bankless economy. Unprecedented, but a hugely relevant in an age of globalization and a new set of 21st century challenges that require mass collaboration. The blockchain is a complex technological, economical, and social phenomena. It calls into question what might seem to be established parameters of the modern world: currency, economy, trust, value, and exchange. To make sense of the one needs to understand in a holistic context all the way from its technological technicalities to its aspirational potential, different dimensions of the technology, potential applications for various industries, far-reaching implications into the societies and economy. I hope this FTP program will go through the complete overview on blockchain technology, both on technical and non-technical level, discuss the importance of the blockchain with the context of the energy, with the emerging next generation internet, blockchain as a social trust mechanism, and how it enables transparency and collaboration, distributed ledger technology, talking about smart contracts, Ethereum platform, and distributed applications. Introducing the working of the token economies, demonstrating how the blockchain and the distributed ledger can work together. Dear friends, how the many blockchain real world use cases, how many countries are using, many different domains are using the blockchain technology. Let me give some throw examples of government. Essentia, a company, Essentia.1 develops world's first blockchain solution to manage international logistics hub together with the traffic, labs, and Finnish government. Okay. Then Upwork is a company, is a fingerprint company who uses this blockchain technology for identification. Voter registration is being facilitated via a blockchain project in Switzerland, spearheaded by Upwork. Ripple is another company who is involved in mobile payments. The blockchain ledger that Ripple uses has been latched onto by a group of Japanese banks who will be using it for quick mobile payments. Insurance, a smart contract-based blockchain, is being used by the insurer American International Group, AIG, as a means of saving cost and increasing transparency. And endangered species protection, they are also using blockchain technology. Production of endangered species is being facilitated via a blockchain project that records the activities of these rare animals. Carbon offset, IBM is using Hyperledger Fabric blockchain in China to monitor carbon offset trading. Then enterprise, Microsoft Azure, the Ethereum's blockchain can be accessed as a cloud-based service courtesy of Microsoft Azure platform. And border control, like a passport or immigration, Essentia has devised a border control system that would use blockchain to store passenger data in the Netherlands. If you look at IBM and Walmart, using this blockchain for supply chain management, IBM and Walmart have partnered in China to create a blockchain project that will monitor food safety. Healthcare, if you look at the healthcare, Medrec, a number of healthcare systems that store data on the blockchain have been pioneered, including Medrec. If you look at the shipping, shipping is a natural fit for blockchain, and Marsec have been trialing a blockchain-based project within the maritime logistics industry. Real estate, the Propi blockchain is now being used to complete real estate deals, the first of which has been conducted in Cave by Propi. If you look at on energy, Essentia.1 is developing the test project that will help energy suppliers track the distribution of their resources in real time, whilst manufacturing data confidentiality. Land registry. Land registry titles are now being stored on the blockchain in Georgia in a project developed by the National Agency of Public Registry. Computation. Digital Currency Group are helping Amazon Web Services examine the ways in which the distributed ledger technology can help improve database security. Advertising. New York Interactive Advertising Exchange has been experimenting with the blockchain as a means for providing an ads marketplace for publishers. If you look at the journalism, decentralized journalism as enabled by blockchain technology has the potential to prevent censorship and increase transparency as a civil has shown, which is shown today. Even the OTT platform and the web series platform, the government is mulling to bring under censorship, but censorship again, which is again should not throttle the spirit of the journalism. And the waste management, Walton Chain is using RFID technology to store waste management data on the blockchain in China. In energy, food importation is another industry where blockchain is proving its worth, with Louis Dreyfus Company trialing a soybean importation operation using this technology. Diamond technology, fine art, national security, tourism, and then taxation. In China, a tax-based initiative is using blockchain to store the tax records and electronic invoices led by Michael Network. Then railways. Russian rail operator Novotrans is storing inventory data on a blockchain pertaining to repair request and rolling stock. Like music, Orbit is a blockchain-based project led by former Guns N' Roses drummer Matt Sorum, seeking a fairer way to reward musicians for their creative efforts. Today, the patent filed for music, there is a form of contestment. So the musicians, the patents and their knowledge and the creativity, not only musicians, but all the cinema creative persons, their rights can be secured through blockchain technology. Phishing, blockchain technology has been used to provide a transparent record of where fish was caught as a means of ensuring it was legally landed. So like that, many kind of a technology has become a part of the blockchain. It is transforming the entire world. Certainly, it is going to create a kind of a benefit. What kind of a benefit we are going to achieve with reference to in India? If you look at India, the world is looking at blockchain in a different way and implementing in a multiple various sectors and the domains. But if you look at India, government all over the world spend significant portions of their budget on social benefit schemes to take care of the poor, sick, the elderly, underprivileged, and marginalized. However, an important aspect of such schemes is to prevent welfare spending from ballooning extravagantly and ensuring that recipients spend money wisely. Financial inclusion of citizens is one of the key enablers for the disbursal of subsidies directly to beneficiary bank accounts, thereby reducing leakages. We have witnessed, even though we have a DBT, as I have mentioned to you, number of districts, the looting of the direct benefit bank account has been happened for the farmers' subsidy and in India. So, with all the digital transactions, with all the banking transaction, without the adoption of the blockchain technology, you cannot. Now you have to appoint a inquiry commission, then police have to intervene, then they have to inquire, then finally arrest someone and punish someone. Finally, the looters escape. So this is the kind of the scenario which is happening today. But once you adopt a blockchain technology, the government The estimated 2 billion adults worldwide are excluded from the formal financial system. In India, over 600 million people lack access to banking services, and close to 300 million people live below official poverty line. These people largely rely on government welfare schemes, payment schemes such as 100-day scheme. There's a National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005, old age pension, scholarship, widow pension, discounted LPG cooking gas, and other subsidies for their sustenance. The government of India makes these payments through direct benefit transfer scheme, which covers beneficiaries under 407 different schemes with a cumulative payout of 2.68 lakh crore. DBT, Direct Benefit Scheme, aims to eliminate corruption, inefficiencies, leakages to provide inclusive growth, deliver better welfare measures, and eradicate poverty. But it has never happened. We have witnessed transferring 2,000 rupees, the leakage we have witnessed. Under DBT, each beneficiary establishes his or her identity. Everybody registered in the farm, farmer's subsidy, 2,000 rupees. Everybody registered, but everybody swindled. Each beneficiary establishes his or her identity, produces multiple documents to verify his or her eligibility before several authorities. Even after doing all these kind of authentication and verification, validation, people are looting in India. How to stop it? How to protect it? The people's money. How to ensure transparency? How to reduce corruption? How to prevent the political parties misusing the government money and blocking to reach the desired people, the targeted people. That is a challenge. A few challenges still exist, including financial losses through fraud and error, a large number of unbanked welfare claimants. Nobody knows who is claiming for whom. Cost of unauthorized transaction, high transaction cost, and prioritizing the most vulnerable citizens by removing the need of third parties to manage transaction and keep records. Blockchain technology can massively reduce transaction cost and help mitigate these challenges. Leveraging blockchain technology for the social benefit scheme will support the government's wider policy objectives of sustainability, thus reducing the poverty and generating the value for money in public expenditure. Dear friends, when you look at the kind of deep technologies and which is going to change the entire world, which is the adoption, the development, the research and innovation happened in the deep technologies. If you look at the deep technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, virtual reality, blockchain, drones, IoT, industrial IoT, 3D printing, and augmented reality. These are the essential 8 emerging technologies every organization should consider right now, zero in on the 8 that are having the biggest business impact right now. Blockchain is changing everything. In 2030, blockchain could generate 3 trillion a year in business value. 1 trillion is like, whoa, 1 billion is 7,500 crores. 1 trillion is 75 lakh crores. 3 trillion a year in business value, the blockchain is going to assure you. And 10% to 20% of the global economic infrastructure could be running on blockchain-based systems. 10% to 20%. 84% of the executives have at least some blockchain involvement, with 15% having a live project. But what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed, tamper-proof digital ledger. Transactions are verified through consensus. Participants confirm changes with one another, and cryptography ensures integrity and security. This eliminates the need for central certifying authority like banking or any other system. 4 key characteristics set blockchain apart from other technologies: distributed ledger, cryptography, consensus, and smart contracts. I don't want to go into details because we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss all these 4 key characteristics and how blockchain works. If someone requests in a transaction, The requested transaction is broadcasted to a peer-to-peer network consisting of a various distributed nodes. A verified transaction can involve cryptocurrency and other digital tokens, records, or other information. Once verified, the transaction is combined with the other transactions to create a new block of data for the ledger. The new block is then ordered to the existing blockchain in a way that is permanent and unalterable. The transaction is complete. This is how the blockchain is working. The digital tokens, reimagining the process and business models. The digital representation of assets, securities, and currencies, which can be used to fractionalize asset ownership, increase liquidity, and improve transaction spends among token holders. Currency tokens, utility tokens, commodity tokens, and security tokens. What is currency tokens? Like Bitcoins, Ether, and these are the payment consideration similar to traditional flat currencies. Utility tokens like rights to goods and services such as the data storage, advertising rights, or energy propositions. Commodity tokens, rights to the value of an underlying commodity such as the oil or coffee beans. Security tokens, investment interest in a company, including entitlement to the profits or rise in a company value. So what does this mean for business today? Blockchain impact every part of the business: supply chain and logistics, finance effectiveness, loyalty programs, identity management, digital currencies, record management, and audit and compliance. Benefits: what are the benefits and barriers? You look at the benefits: increased transparency and traceability, faster transactions, elimination of intermediaries, and lower cost. Barriers: regulatory uncertainty. Today, the barriers in India and many of the developing economies: regulatory uncertainties, complex technology, collaboration challenges, and trust issues. These are the challenges. Executives see blockchain as a promise, but can they trust it? Companies must confront blockchain's trust paradox. A technology designed to foster trust is being held back by trust issues, lack of confidence in complex technology, limited understanding of the blockchain technology, distrust of ecosystem partners, discomfort over regulatory uncertainty. These are the technology. Today, who is leading in blockchain? US today, but China tomorrow. When is going? India is going to be. Executives think the US is most advanced today, but in 3 to 5 years down the line, China will be the first one. US, it is 29%, but in 2018 it is 18%, but 2021 it is 29% is projected. UK 5%, it is 2% today, it is going to 5%. Denmark and China, it is 18% today, which is going to cross 30%. And Japan, it is 4% today, 6% adoption blockchain. Hong Kong 5% today, it is going to be a flatten. And India, it is around 5% today, which is around 6%. It is going to catch up in 6%. So China is 30%, US is 29%, we are at 6% adoption in technology. So dear friends, the 4 strategies to navigate the new world, how to overcome the blockchain trust paradox. So to make the business case where and how to start, commit to the new ways of working, frame the problem and solution, start small and then scale out. Blockchain checklist, this is a technology right for you to select. Multiple parties share data, multiple parties update data, requirement for verification, intermediaries and complexity, interactions and time sensitive, transaction and interact. So we have to build an ecosystem for new rules, for new relationship. Focus on a cooperative view, broaden your network, work across the value chain. So determine the rules of engagement, confront risk yearly, consider privacy implications, invest in data and process. These are the things which you have to look at it. How respondents are designing the blockchain: 40% permissioned, 34% permissionless, and 26% hybrid. So we have to navigate the regulatory uncertainty. Watch, but don't wait. We need to map the compliance and concerns, and we have to adopt the blockchain technology, save the trusted technology discussion, monitor evolving regulation, use the existing potential. Dear friends, with this, we have to create a sustainable value chain through blockchain. To achieve the most value from blockchain, both now and in the future, you must take the responsibility for its safety and security. There is no doubt that the blockchain makes for an exciting value proposition. Yet, you should not jump blindly into the blockchain implementation or move from use case to productions without having a holistic picture of the risk. Just because a solution is blockchain enabled does not mean it addresses the relevant risk, regardless of what some blockchain proponents might think. Blockchain is still a very young technology with new innovations and uses and solutions being introduced every day. There are still many hard-earned lessons to be learned from the blockchain implementation. Therefore, making assumptions with respect to key risk and security associated with a specific solution could open the door to significant issues down the road. To achieve the most value from the blockchain, both now and in the future, you must take responsibility for its safety and security. There are no opportunities or shortcuts to learn from other mistakes. By conducting a blockchain risk assessment and then addressing key risks associated with your specific blockchain activities, you can make sure you are well positioned to leverage the efficiencies and the cost effectiveness provided by the blockchain without opening yourself up to the unexpected risk. Dear friends, the combined shared databases and cryptography blockchain technology allows multiple parties that may not know each other from the different geographic location to have simultaneous access to a constantly updated digital ledger that cannot be altered. This you should understand. The World Economic Forum report has also predicted that 10% of the GDP will be stored on blockchains or blockchain-related technology by 2025. 45% of the financial intermediaries like stock exchanges and money transfer services are prone to financial crimes routinely. Then the financial institutions spending anywhere from $60 million up to $500 million per year to keep up with the Know Your Customer KYC and customer due diligence regulations according to the Thomson Reuters survey. These regulations are meant to help reduce money laundering and terrorism activities by having requirements for business to verify and identify their clients. Blockchain would allow an organization to access the verification details of a client by another organization, thus avoiding repetition of KYC process. The reduction in administrative cost for competitive compliance departments would significant. Smart contract. Blockchain facilitates smart contracts as they facilitate storage of any kind of digital information, including computer code that can be executed once two or more parties enter their keys. Contract could be created and financial transaction executed when this code is programmed according to the staff criteria. Clearing and settlement, trade finance, like many other activity, can use the benefit of the blockchain technology. According to Accenture, the biggest investment banks could save $10 billion by bringing in blockchain technology to improve the efficiency of clearing and settlement alone. It is the perfect vehicle for managing the life cycle of the loans. Like this payment, trade platform, many things are changing the way we transact, the way we live, the way we do business. So dear friends, blockchain certainly will change. What are the key takeaways? The total, whether it is agriculture or the land record management or the citizens database, new technologies have always attracted enterprises and governments, largely due to their promise to improve current way of working and service delivery, thereby leading to happier consumers and stakeholders and providing an edge over competitors, resulting in an improved brand image. However, a large-scale implementation of a new technology takes time and involves an adoption curve. Blockchain technology is also undergoing a similar adoption curve. It is right time that Syed Ahmad Engineering College is conducting the FDP program on blockchain technology and enlightening the faculty, thereby empowering the students to understand the technology, the process, the value chain, the risk, and the challenges, and how it can be applied to the different domains. The technology is still being tested out, and new use cases are being implemented on a small scale. While most experts agree about its potential for disruption, there are a few obstacles to the successful implementation of this technology. For the adoption of the blockchain technology in the government and the public sector, specifically in the many missions of the government, the technology needs to be validated, regulated, adopted I hope certainly this FDP program will certainly discuss and then brainstorm on how to harness the potential of the blockchain technology and reach the stage of large-scale implementation. And the evolve a structured approach is essential, and spanning policy, governance, ecosystem development, talent incubation, academia focus, as well as budget allocation with aligned roles and responsibilities. Certainly, I congratulate the AICT sponsored blockchain technology conference, and which is the kind of a 2 weeks FDP program on ideas and innovation in blockchain architecture, technology, and research application. My greetings to the entire team of organizing team from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Syed Amal Engineering College, Ramanathapuram, and all the participating faculties and the professors and the lecturers and all the HODs. My greetings to all of you. Once again, I thank every one of you. Wish you all the best for your 2 weeks FDP program. Thank you, friends.